Hey, what's up, chat? What's going on? It's a random ass late night stream. I know. The hell? It's 11:52 p.m. I actually was about to go to bed. No lie, I was about to go. I was just watching YouTube on my phone because I was watching the MDI, right? Group B, day one. They actually, I noticed something when I was when I started my first started watching on this very first video. The very first video I clicked on, I noticed a prop paladin because Negara actually said something in her commentary. She's along with this is the first prop paladin in the MDI in this season. I'm like, oh my gosh, wait, there's a prop paladin. I'm like, wait, why are they behind? I need to look at what's going on here because perplexed pulled ahead in this video. As the spoilers, spoiler alert, perplexed pulled ahead in the beginning. I'm not gonna say who won because I don't know. I don't know yet. I haven't watched the full VOD. I actually stopped before I got further than like a minute something, maybe 2 minutes after the first boss died. I wanted to go back and uh, really go with it on this video, like through this with you guys, like live. I want to just think out loud since I was doing it anyway. Like I was just talking to myself. I'm like I might as well just I want to talk to you guys. So let's let's just do this. Let's watch it. So game one. Okay, I need to turn this up, don't I? For me to hear. Okay. What's up like on you guys' end? Wow, this is very quiet. What's my volume mixer looking like here? Oh, shit. Okay. It's gonna be a... Okay. Okay, one second, one second. Let's go to the... Where I actually started at, personally. I started at, like, the very beginning of this, I believe. So, if I click on this, view chapter, right? It should let me choose a chapter. How does this work? I know I can... Oh, they're over here. Fuck. I'm blind. Okay. I'm going to... I'm going to... Okay. Wow. That's better. Much better. Slower that a little bit. Okay. Now I know what I need to do.
Yeah, definitely. It's a case of like, you prep for the match against Perplexed, you try and win it for sure, but there's an overwhelming likelihood that you're going to be in the lower bracket, and so you assume that when you're allocating your practice time. Ooh, but looks like we're
Okay, so here's the first dungeon. You guys can see that it's a 24 Plague Fall on Fortified.
underway here.
Let me see.
Here
I'll,
we go in
I'll pull it up
showdown.
here. Better. Let me pull it up in better quality too. What's going on here? Why is it 480? Should be in this, at least. So,
Situation too, what teams found themselves against Echo later is it's like let's do what we can here, but kind of think about the future, right? Yeah, definitely. It's a case of like, you prep for the
okay.
match against Perplexed, you try and win
Perfect
it for
volume for
sure,
me.
but there's an overwhelming
You
likelihood
guys
that
should
you're
be
going to
able to
be in the
hear it,
lower
right? This
bracket,
isn't
and
too
so
loud.
you assume that
Okay.
when you're allocating your
So,
practice time.
in the very beginning, we see the composition here. We we see very different comps on both sides. I have a Death Knight, however, one's a DPS and one is a tank, and the priest healers are the exact same. Oh, two holy priests. There's no mage in one group. Instead, they have a hunter for bloodlust, and on perplex side, along with the Necrolord Windwalker monk to boost the hunters and Death Knight's damage, and then the Oh, along with just pulling fat AoE numbers, because Moonwalker is pretty good, and the Warlock, because Warlocks are really good this season, and they have a battle res along with a ton of utility, including Gateway, Health and Healthstone, along with CCs like Fear and Banish, and an AoE stun, Shadow Fury.
We're underway here.
Here we go. Enjoy the map.
So very interesting comp already from.
So here, this is actually Perplex pulling this. This isn't both teams. Because Boomba Boomba will actually be skipping this trash and going to the slimes on the first pull. Which is actually a big mistake here on the 24 fortified, because you're actually going to need a relic before the pull for the Prot Paladin. The Prot Paladin does not have enough sustain, like consistent sustain throughout that fight on this particular pull. The pull lasts for way too long on the 24 fortified. So the Prot Paladin will eventually just run out of cooldowns and die. You see him rolling in his cooldowns very early on. I'm going to guess that he popped Ardent Defender, Trinket, and Guardian at the same time. Which actually could be a mistake. You don't need to do all of them at once. You could do Ardent Defender and Trinket along with Wings and Divine Toll to start with. That way you can actually live the burst, obviously, and you can save your Guardian until your Ardent Defender falls down. That way you have some CDR on your Ardent Defender already rolled from your Shield of Righteous uses. So your Ardent Defender will come up faster, and then you can use your Guardian. And as your Guardian falls down, your Ardent Defender is coming up even like that much sooner. To time his cooldowns better, and then he has to kite. After that, he has to kite. He just has to run away. That like as a Prot Paladin, you just run away if you don't have a big huge defensive on you, or even something minor like an Iron Bark. An Iron Bark would be really good, but they're not running Resto Druid, so can't run that. And I saw, and you'll see the Guardian Spirit on this side be used near the end of this poll, which actually comes up really soon here. With the buff right here, he's going to deconstruct him right here. He's going to take the 25% increased damage. As you can see, he's got a huge absorb shield from his trinket. This is when he saved his trinket. All these mobs are still alive, so now he's using his trinket to get maximum value from all 5 targets around him for maximum shield. Now he runs away. He steeds, because you run away as a paladin. He's doing this right. Okay, wait, okay, don't go back in, don't go back in. You don't want to play with this too much. You need to stun that. You need to get away. You need to get away. You need to not go back in right now. Like, you have Guardian, but you're getting hit by mobs when you're outside of your consecration. So any mastery that he has on his gear is useless right now, except for the extra block that he gets. The block chance is okay, yeah, sure, but you need to stay in your consecration and have that flat damage percent reduction, or else you're going to get deleted like this. Look, he just died in the frame. He just died in a single frame. From 40%. Look how hard he gets chunked here by the trash, because he doesn't have any cooldowns rolling. He needs to wait for his Ardent to come up. His Ardent Defender should have like 30 seconds left. And as long as he's throwing out Hammer of Wrath on this mob right here, the slime, a Judgment, an Avenger's Shield, and then he can use Shield of Righteous and, reduce the cooldown even further for Ardent Defender, along with working his way towards the Shining Light passive, which would give him a free Word of Glory. If he gets a free Word of Glory, that actually procs his Wretched's Protector talent and grants him that extra CDR on his wings and his Guardian. his fat defensive that's on 5-minute cooldown right there. You see that next to the lay on hands? That's that right there. Also, he had his lay on hands up, didn't he not?
These are all like pretty good players in
He didn't use it.
their own right at their
He should have used it.
classes.
At least. Like he should have at least tried to use it at the. But I mean that was a tight frame too though, to be fair. Like it would be really hard to plan that. Cause he shouldn't be getting chunked that hard. The reason he got chunked that hard is because his consecration is right here. You see this right here on the very right? Next to his details?
A healer for a long time.
Yeah. His consecration's on his details.
Just played well off
Is he running the slow? Yeah, I don't think he's running the slow talent. He's running Hand of Protector. I like the Hand of Protector talent. Well, I can't tell if these are slowed or not by his consecration. Let's see. I'm gonna go back and see. He's gonna drop consecration, right?
Dilemma, known for playing mage. Wolf is known for being a healer for a long time, and Bilash has played well off a lot. So these are all like pretty good players in their own right at their classes, and they're all in pretty high level guilds. But you can
No, it wasn't slow. I don't think. But he got deleted there because he went in too early without Ardent up.
bolstering fortified key, causing them issues in this first key. And
Even then, I would still back away and kind of just poke at them. There's no reason to go in and get hit by them as long as he has aggro, right? Sure, you're losing the passive damage from the tank not hitting it with auto attacks, but you have plenty of range on that team, along with the DK. Whatever, maybe the DK was dead. Hold on, let's go back and see this. Was the DK dead? I think the DK might have been dead. I remember that going pretty south for the DK. But it might have been after the Paladin died. Yep, okay, no, he just got deleted by the slime explosion. He stood in that shit on the ground. That was just a user error. Like it was just, like he just stood in the bad. It's fine. It was just a mistake. Shit, it happens, dude. Even in the MDI. Damn. Happens to the best of us.
I would imagine it's more of what we were talking about earlier. Playing perplexed.
Tank dying was his fault. DPS dying was his fault.
We'll have to see how it continues to go for them. Over on the side of perplexed, though, business as usual for this team. They're playing like we expected them to play.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job with this first kind of trash room because, yeah, we talked about bolstering not affecting boxes. Assign actually going down here. They do have to commit a battle rest.
So what is this here? They're gonna grab this Plague Belcher and cut it back, it looks like. Okay. The Lightning Slimes reached the boss, or not the boss, but the Fortified 24 mob. Should really be stopping those slimes. He should really be using his Turn Evil here. Is he using his Turn Evil? I want to see. I'm gonna look at his casts. I can't see the Paladin right now from this POV. I don't think he ends up using his Turn Evil there, because it spawns like 3 mobs, doesn't it? 3 or 4. I think it's 4. Yeah, it's 4 mobs. 3 of them got deleted, and 1 is right there. I don't see the other one. Oh, there it is. Maybe he did get it. If he did get it, then I'll give him props. Okay, that's a good move. That's what you're supposed to do on that pull. Why is he not pulling like something more behind him? Just grab those plague borers. Well, not the plague borers, but the soldiers. You know, the 2 guys that just melee really hard. Actually, he might have died if he did that. Oh.
Yeah, 100%. It's 8% per level right now, so 8% HP and damage per level, so it scales up pretty quickly. Now, the thing, I don't want to like...
Don't feel pressure to take a Holy Priest just because they're good, man. Like, they could have switched this up a little bit. in my opinion. They they didn't need a Death Knight because they have a Warlock for battle res. Like, sure, AMZ is really cool to have for that last boss, but with a Prot Paladin on that last boss, you have spell wording and a disease dispel. That dot is a disease, so Prot Paladin and a holy, well, not a holy priest, but a, let's see, if you, what kind of healer could you, if you substitute the holy priest instead had a shadow priest to substitute the DK, the shadow priest has a poison dispel and a mass dispel, and then the, let's say even if it's a resto druid that can't dispel that, you know, the resto druid has fat heals, the paladin has an immunity to put on the healer, so that way the paladin could dispel a DPS and heal another the other DPS that still has the dot, or just spend it into his holy power into Shield of Righteous at that point, because maybe he won't need to heal him, because since it's not tyrannical, it's not going to hit as hard as it could. However, it is still going to hit really hard because it's a 24. I think that they could have switched their comp around better by making the priest run shadow, or the healer would switch to a resto druid, the DK would switch to a shadow priest to PI the lock, and they could keep the mage for bloodlust. This is still fine. The mage, yeah, because a necro mage is pretty good. Necrofrost is, it's pumping DPS. So overall, they just gotta switch around the comp, and then I think it would work better in most situations for rotating cooldowns, especially. They can pop a Vamp Embrace when they need one. That could help out a lot. The Iron Bark that you get from Resto Druid would be pretty dope for the Paladin. For after his cooldowns are popped, after Guardian falls down, give him the Iron Bark, and then he'll be good for another, I think it's 8 seconds Iron Bark lasts for. Alright, let's watch. Alright, so wait. When did he pop Guardian here? Did he pop Guardian when everything was almost dead? Why? Just run away! You have a steed. I saw you pop it. What are you doing, brother? You didn't need to pop that 5-minute cooldown there. It looks like he's playing, is he playing Dwarf? Yeah, he's playing Dwarf, not Dark Iron Dwarf. I think that Dark Iron Dwarf would have been a better play, or Human. Personally, I like Human a lot for the secondary stats that you gain from it. Since you get, you know, higher haste, higher mastery, you know, which empowers your whole kit. Your block, your rotation. It's just, Human's amazing. Plus the racial is really nice. In PvP situations, especially. So their tempo on the right side is so messed up, this might not even be worth finishing. I don't know how they come back from this. Because they have to like kill the boss. They're already killing the trash, but Perplex is on the next trash after these ones. So they need to kill the boss to catch up, basically. Okay. Yeah. Wait, why didn't that slime die for so long? That was a critical mistake. Well, I don't know if it was a critical mistake, but I think that was a mistake. I don't know if it was a mistake or if it was like the best way they could have done it. It might be maybe the best way they could have done it because they need as
We've seen lots of
many
slow
seconds as possible
as well,
in
right?
this
So
MDI, right?
I'm not sure
To
if
catch up.
Nova has
This
been
is a
doing
race
that.
after all. So
Yeah, it looks like they
if
don't
they have the
have
heals, which
those
obviously they
orbital
do,
lasers in with Bruiser
I
right
like
now,
that they
so
have
they
all
can
the heals for
spell
this.
ceiling
This is
stacking on top
amazing.
of them.
They pull
One of
this
the one of the
off.
things you kind of have to do if
I'm
you really
impressed.
want to
This is cool.
like make a full
This
tilt
is good.
MDA dungeon.
Pulling
A
that
lot of people do
boss
that with
early
Plasmate
was
Mage
risky.
as like their Fire Arcane Mage, but especially if you're using
And
Plasmate
they
Mage
killed. See the herb buff? It slams on the warlock, unfortunately.
more problems for Boomba though. Kailash going down. He has a battle
Damn.
res. They're just looking to get him back up, but I mean, this just goes to show you when the key level is high, the dungeon is not that easy. As these teams that have qualified for our bracket stage here are still having issues, and it's not just this team. As we saw problems last week in our higher level keys as well.
Yeah, definitely not easy, especially when you take so many risks to do some bigger pulls, really commit certain cooldowns that you need later on. So yeah, definitely seeing how difficult it is. Now Kumba, fortunately, did have a battle rest up. They managed to get their warlock completed from the boss side. As Perplex is now in this tentacle area. Um, this is the first time I think we've seen a team actually play this tentacle area, right? Because with the addition to this Will Drifter buff, lots of teams just chose to completely skip the tentacle area because it's such a slow kind of trash percentage to gain because the tentacles just don't move, right? So you can't really do any bigger pulls.
Yeah, unfortunately, this slowed down massively for them when the warlock died. Or else they would have actually caught up pretty decently to Perplexed.
Further, you just have to stand there and
Since he
use the
died
Blade. Of
mid-infernal.
course, the Blade Blowers help you out, but it takes a while for them to explode and actually get the damage on.
Well, not only that, but remember, you only get a certain amount of plague blowers, right? So if you use your sets of plague blowers on these tentacles, that's two sets of plague blowers you won't have left to use on trash packs in Dr. Rickus's room, which is what we saw last week. Like you mentioned, we had the War Drifter skip past all the tentacles, pull the first set of plague blowers into very relaxed here, and then after that you just pull trash, and you can pretty much clear out all the trash in the room plus put a bit of damage on top of the boss with those plague blowers. They're just going for a much slower, safer strat here, probably because the higher key level.
Yeah, very possible that that's their idea behind it. Now we do see them finish up the mini boss, and they have one more set of plague blowers. I assume they're going to be using it. Yeah, so they're putting it onto the right trash can.
Alright, so Boomba Boomba.
Complete that
Wait,
pull
where
as
are they
well.
going? Oh, they're
And
getting
eventually
a
see
relic over
Boomba
here
start to
too?
utilize it.
Wow, they're pulling both of them together.
Yeah,
Okay, I
because the
like this
rest
a
of the
lot.
trash
This
can
is
should
very
be
efficient.
left to get it without
With a
penalty.
prop paladin,
This could slow
Divine
them
Toll,
to pull some of the
this
trash
is
can
very
out.
possible because you can
Maybe
silence those plague
lower the
binders
cooldowns, just pull a bunch of stuff into that
that
slot
way.
as well. You can see the pool on the floor, but right pool giving the haste buff, of course. Now Ashine also using
Maybe what would have been cool here,
Witchcraft.
especially, is if he actually pulled the slimes too behind the relic back and used spell wording on the healer,
Himself.
and the
So
healer would
we'll
never
see
get
if they can do a
stacks.
bigger pull here with the boss possibly.
That's what I would guess they're gonna do.
But I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it would work well on the fortified 24, because that's is a pretty high key. You know, those slimes hit really hard.
They might just
That dot
start off with
slaps
three
at
stacks and just hold
even
onto
two
them for a
stacks.
quick sec here, but let's
So
see.
once you're out of
They've
the
got two more
spells,
trash mobs coming
it
in. Okay.
starts to be very unforgiving.
Well, doesn't look like they're pulling up boss here, right? So looks like
So
playing it safe again.
I'll say playing it safe on Booma
I
Booma
mean, I guess the
side
big problem here is you can't
is
pull
a
just plague binders. You
respectable
need
play
higher
here.
pulls, and that could be dangerous. But I feel like a team like Perplex
They
should
don't
be
want to
able to
die,
fight the boss.
you
Or
know,
maybe they
set themselves
realize that
further
the
behind than they
boss
already are.
had a ton of issues and they're so far behind that they don't really need to go for a minute regardless.
So they're going for
Yeah,
double
that is
slime
definitely
seer because of
possible.
Divine Toll, making this easily possible with all the silences, and especially the increased duration of the primary target's silence,
They
since the
have
Divine
multiple bots
Toll
on top of this level pool. Yeah, as you said,
procs
maybe
additional
forcing them
shields
back
on the
into the
first
shield
target.
and are generally just a little bit slow in their route, and they can allow to take less risks in their route to make sure that it just goes smoothly. As they now did engage the boss though, and it looks like they killed. Is this a Wall Drifter? Yeah, it is, right? So
Yeah.
Wall Drifter dead. At this point, I'm really wondering if some of the Wall Drifters are maybe a mistake, especially with the comp that they're running. Usually, when you have a road, you can really tell them, okay, focus down this relic, while Hunter and Tedestra Warlock are just near. But if you have a Windwalker, Survival Hunter, and Tedestra
This
Warlock, then
pack's
you can
dying
just
very
go
efficiently,
stay
actually.
there, see what's targeting the relic, and then just say, you know what, just kill whatever
Well,
dies.
with the extra damage reduction from Woe Drifter, if you're just full on skipping blink bombs, maybe the extra DR helps slip through this without having to worry too much. Well, I imagine they're
It
going to be
will be
using
worth
pretty
it,
much
I would
everything
say.
anyways, but also the Woe Drifter's kind of nice
Also, that was a good play by them.
There, see what's targeting
Did you
the
see that
relic, and
there
then
with
just
the
for Woe
CC
Drifter.
on
If
that
you're just
pat?
full on skipping
They
blink bombs,
polyed
maybe the extra DR
the
helps
slime
slip
right
through
there.
this without
I believe they're gonna
having to
pull
worry
the
too much.
plague binder by itself
Well, I
without
imagine
the
they're going
it
to
slime.
be
will be
using
worth
pretty
it,
much
I would
everything
say.
If
anyways,
not,
but
they can skip it.
also the Woe Drifter's kind of nice for getting across the sledge here too, right? It's not that bad of a choice. And look at that,
Yeah,
bomb exploded and
it's not horrible.
just
I'm
like
gonna
that.
guess that he's rolling Ardent Defender right now.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
you
why
have
he's
the
able to take
Windwalker
this
here played on
damage. Now
purpose
he's
to
got Divine
just
Toll.
not killing one of
He should
any
be
of the
using
boss
Guardian
is
here.
a pretty big damage gain, speed gain in the dungeon, because you can just put all of that damage into the box, right? So it makes a lot of sense. If you need the 10% damage reduction to survive it, you actually just go for Warcraft. Then it will be a bigger time save than killing any other relic, right? So yeah, very possible. As they now finish off the
Or
boss
he
and
could
they
have
move
saved it
on.
right there since he
Obviously,
waited
Bumba
so
Boomba
long.
taking everything
He could
quite a
I
bit
don't know, maybe he
slower.
could have saved it.
Looks like they
Since he
just
waited like a good how long was
Exploded
that?
here too, right? It's not that bad of a choice. And look at that, bomb
After
exploded and
Divine Toll?
just like damage.
Yeah,
So I
I
guess
mean, I
that's when
think
the
that could be
CDs fell
played
off.
on
Yep.
purpose to, because not killing one of any of the bosses is a pretty big damage gain, speed gain in the dungeon, because you can just put all of
It was
that
like
damage into
9
the box, right?
seconds,
So it makes a lot of sense. If you need the 10% damage reduction,
right? We could just use
is a pretty
the
big
replay for reference.
they're doing.
So there's the Divine Toll Global at 4446. You see his shield is applied. That's his defensive cooldown right there. After Iron Defender fell off.
Played on purpose to, because not killing one of any of the bosses is a pretty big damage gain, speed gain
How
in the
long did
dungeon,
he
because
wait? So oh, like 8
you can
seconds.
just put
Okay,
all of that damage into the box,
not
right? So it
horrible.
makes a lot of sense. If
But
you
like
need
those
the
mobs were
10% damage
already like
reduction
fleeing
to survive
away
it, you actually just
as
go
he
for
popped his
Warcraft. Then it will be
cooldown.
a bigger time save than killing any
In
other
my
relic.
opinion, he could have
So
saved it.
yeah, very possible. As they now finish off the boss and they move on. Obviously, Boomba Boomba taking everything quite a bit
Personally,
slower.
I pop it right away,
Looks like they just
so I'll have it on
will get
cooldown
the alive to
for
Divine
the next
Spell.
pull. But
But maybe they're just thinking
if
just
if
take
those
things
uh
slow
if those mobs aren't already too
for as
low,
long
that
as
is.
possible and hope that the
If they're
boss
already
maybe
super low and running away, I
makes a
won't need to
huge
pop it.
mistake, does some crazy pull into the boss and has a full wipe, and that's when they can catch up, which we've seen before happen. So yeah, but
Alright,
otherwise it
Boom
looks
Boom
like
Boom
just
is
they're
gonna use the
ignoring
plague
it.
bars here.
Yeah. So, just taking a step
Fragus
back
needs
here
to.
and looking at the
So
numbers.
what they need to do? He needed to use his Hodge right there on the tentacle before running away. That way Fragus didn't get grabbed,
Both teams are rolling. Do we think
and
that
then
there's
he
any
could have
like
blind lighted
real
this
reason
one.
that Boomba is running? I know Prot Paladin can put out some pretty insane damage, but I wonder if it's just too much of a DK meta right now. Like, I know Prot Paladin has to actually spend globals healing itself a lot more than just doing damage, so the damage value isn't there. And I know Blood DK kind of cranks right now, anyways. So I don't know if that's necessarily a better pick than the Blood DK.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think that the prop paladin provides enough, because we've seen different tanks put on Blood Decay. It was mainly a Vengeance Demon Hunter, right? To provide the magic damage increase, which is a lot of value, right? But the prop paladin doesn't necessarily provide any extra damage buff to your group. It does provide a lot of utility when it comes to like immunities, lock, or spell warding, even freedom, stuff like that. Extra dispel. Maybe they're thinking about that, putting another disease dispel, because they don't have the Windwalker on their side, right? So maybe that's something that they were thinking they need for maybe the last boss for Stramo. Not sure, because I mean a 24 Stradama definitely is not that easy
This is
to
just
beat.
messing it. This is just all over
Yeah,
the
that's
place right
definitely.
now, dude.
Also, from playing with the Prot Paladin.
I don't want to hear them talk about Prot Paladin.
for so long. But that keeps a phone action.
Dude, they're so far behind, they're not even going to show it. That's so disappointing. Because Perplex will just win. Yeah, look. They just take it home.
Well, we have to play it against.
Oh, wait, we see these guys again. Oh, we can see the camera. Okay,
So it reduces.
let's go back. Let's go back until we don't see it anymore. Okay, right here, right here.
Yeah, I don't really.
It'll
know
come
how
up soon.
I like the Venthyr pick. After playing with a lot of it on live, I think that it's just inferior in pretty much every way to Night Fae or because the shard gem from the haste you get as Night Fae
I can barely see it,
the
but
shard gem you get from just the carrier ability working the way it does. Just it helps you
they're on the
kind of funnel
second
those
boss.
shards into the self
Okay.
replicating engine of just spamming red fires for
Uh,
damage.
49 minutes they're at the boss, or if I into this video, but 14 minutes they're at the second boss, and Perplex is is going to the fourth
I
boss's
guess
room
part of the reason
from after killing the third
is
boss.
it could be looked at as a good thing in this dungeon is it's definitely a more defensive option.
85% trash completed.
Catastrophe, which is the Venthyr Warlock ability. It puts a curse on every single mob that it hits, which is pretty nice. I mean, you're never gonna
Prior to entering the room,
so it reduces your overall
they're going to go
defense.
straight into here,
Considering them this
grab these
see them
relics.
now entering that last boss.
Oh wait, why am I should watch
Other
this side.
covenants.
But like nothing's happening. It's just a boss fight. I really don't want to watch the boss fight.
The last week with Group A.
I want to watch them afterwards, but I know they're gonna kill.
Um,
They're gonna kill the last boss before Boomba Boomba kills the second boss.
Comparison.
They definitely haven't been in the Drifter Street. It's
Plays or say this is true. Or it is
No way, no way, dude, no way, no way.
insanely
Did they really?
well, no more battle rests for them, so they don't have the bloodlust though, because they committed that to the previous boss when they pulled trash went into it. You see the Infernal is too totally fine. And if they
Please tell me they at least kill the second boss before
they should be.
Perplex
They
kills
should.
the last one. Okay, it looks like they do. Alright.
the ray frames and
Yeah, it changes the second phase.
their debuff somehow. We saw dwarf racial being released by Rice and
Or this the third one, so the last one.
Swag on the hunter being probably the squishiest class in the whole group. Maybe next to the priest as well. Having the
Wait, where did they go here?
So they should be totally fine if they really if they do have the reasons to spend red.
So they didn't even kill that trash before pulling the boss.
we saw dwarf racial being certain pieces through that last
So this is when they're deciding to kill it.
Brings from
This is so this is so inefficient, man. This is not how you go about this trash at all, man.
in the first round.
I didn't think so. I don't think that's how you're supposed to do that trash at least. Or how I usually see it done. At the very least, I don't know if it's like the best strat. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's go back. I want to go back and see Perplex's side. I want to compare that now. I actually want to take it back. I don't want to say that it's wrong before I just outright, at least not compare the winner and how they did it. Alright, let's go back and see it. Okay, here. Back. Yeah, see how they have all the trash here?
now a shine also using Fishcraft itself. So we'll see if they maybe do a bigger pool here with the clusters.
Okay, see that back in the back?
That's what I would guess they're gonna do.
And this one right
They might
here,
just
they're
start
grabbing them
straight back and
together.
just pull in the boss whenever it jumps to them in a sec here, but let's see. Oh, they've got 2 more trash mobs coming in. Okay. Well, it doesn't look like they're pulling the boss yet, right? So just playing it safe again, keeping it safe. I mean, I guess the big problem here is you could bolster that spine breaker to very high levels, and that could be dangerous. But
Oh, yes, they are running bolstering in this dungeon.
be able to deal with that with boss.
That
Or
is
maybe
very
they
ugly
bolstered
on the
because
24 level,
they've had a ton of issues
especially with
behind
Fort.
that they're willing to go for it.
Alright, they pulled the boss right away here.
have planned to pull the boss on top of this slurry pool. Yeah, as you said, maybe have seen Roomba had some issues.
Since they killed both packs
Generally,
together, that's
teams
very
clear
efficient.
out
I like that a
to
lot.
allowed to take less risks in their route to make sure that it just goes smoothly. As they now did engage the boss though, and it looks like they killed. Is this a War Drifter? Yeah, it is, right? So
Yeah.
War Drifter and Prot. At this point, I'm really wondering if some of the War Drifters are maybe a mistake, especially with their comp that they're running. Usually, when you have a
Personally, I think a wool driver is not bad here because you can, like, sure you have a warlock gate to go from one place to another when he leaps, but that's only for one leap. And you're not on tyrannical, so wool buff,
or
while
a
he is
rogue,
at 62% health, is not the worst. You have wool buff for a minute to just move so fast.
they can really
And if you can kill him in under a minute after
have okay
this,
focus on
the wool buff can be
running,
used to skip, in my
while
opinion.
Hunter and Astro Warlock are just AoEing. But
I
yeah,
think
with the
that would be,
longer
or not skip, but at
stun
least
time
like
ahead
speed
that
through
Astro
the
Warlock said,
dungeon
maybe there's literally no one
without having
just
them
sitting
out.
there scene smiting the relic, and they just say, you know what, just kill whatever.
That would be very
As
pog. I think
With
that's
the
what they're
extra
going
damage
for
reduction
here.
from Woe Drifter, if you're just full on skipping poke bombs, maybe the extra DR helps live through this without, having to commit too much. Well, I imagine they're
I
going
mean,
to
it
be
will be
using
worth
pretty
it,
much
I would
everything
say.
anyways, but also the Woe Drifter's kind of nice for getting across the sled tree too, right?
Oh, look
So
at
not
that.
that bad.
Powerful defensive right there.
Yeah, bomb exploded and
It's not horrible, actually.
did like 80 damage.
Yeah, I mean, you might be right. Maybe they're doing it on purpose to, because not killing any of the bombs is a pretty big damage gain, the speed gain in dungeon, because you can just put all of that damage into the box, right? So it makes a lot of sense. If you need the 10% damage reduction to survive it, to actually just kill with the War Drifter. Then it would be a bigger time save than killing any other relic, right? So yeah, very possible. As they now finish up the boss and they move on. Obviously, Boomba Boomba taking everything quite a bit slower. Looks like they're just doing, pullback pool, kind of like a live key route as well. But maybe they're just thinking we're just gonna play this
I'm watching on the left
slow
side right now.
early, or as clean as
Just to
possible,
compare
and
like
hope that the
how
perplex
this
maybe
whole
has a huge mistake, has some
thing like
crazy
transition.
pull,
Okay,
as it has a full
so they're banishing the slime there so he doesn't die early. They don't want the slime. You don't want the slime to die early on this pack, because otherwise he just puts that avoidable AOE on the ground. This is the big green circle. Does fat damage if you stand in it, especially on 24 fortified. So you want to delay it being killed by just CCing it like the way they did. That's very smart.
fortified, and that's when they can catch up.
And then they CC'd the other one with
Which we've
paralyze
seen before happen. So
from the over there on the left side. See that big huge pack in the middle, the defender of the many eyes, and the slime. So you want to grab these two mobs in this pack, to, along with the right side pack full of relics. That way you make this a very efficient pack, while also keeping the dangerous slimes away. That could easily ruin your whole
they're
pull
just gonna play
in
this
the tempo of your
nice and
dungeon.
slow early, or as clean as possible, and
Just
hope
by
that the
dying.
perplex maybe has a
So you want
huge
to CC the
mistake,
tentacle
has
here
some
with like a
crazy pull from
Hodge,
the boss, and has a
Judgment
full
that, or
kill
Taunt him,
time, and that's when
and then grab
they can catch up.
Defender over
Which
here.
we've seen before happen. So
Looks like they CC'd the other mob. I think it was a sniper. He used a frost trap on it.
with all eyes on perplex,
The hunter did, and then
still pretty far ahead at this point.
the monkey's paralyzed on the other
Yeah.
slime, as I mentioned
So
earlier.
just
So
taking a step
they have
back here
3
from
mobs CC'd right now.
ability, do we think that there's any like credibility to the comp that Boomba is running? I know Prot Paladin can put out some
Now,
pretty
that
insane
now they're
damage,
bringing in a slime. Whoa, that
but I
slime was
wonder
wait, that was also CC'd. What did they
just
use
taking
on
a step
that?
back.
Just there,
I must go back and see.
maybe they're
Cause
just
yeah, there's a slime over there too. There's 3
they're
slimes in
just
this
gonna play
pole.
this slow
That's what makes this
or as clean as
dangerous.
possible, and hope that perplex maybe has a huge mistake, has some crazy pull into the boss, and has a full team wipe.
What is that?
And that's when they can catch up.
I don't know what that
We've seen
is,
before
actually.
happen. So
Oh, he's
yeah, with all eyes
trap.
on
Oh,
perplex,
so it's a slime that's
still
trapped,
pretty
not
far ahead
a
at this point.
sniper. Okay.
Yeah. So
I thought it was a
just taking a
sniper.
step back
I thought it
here,
was a sniper. I thought there was a sniper in that pack for some
do we think
reason.
that there's any like credibility to the comp that Boomba is running? I know
I
Prot
remember that
Paladin can put
incorrectly.
out some
Yeah,
pretty
see, they shot the slime. It came
insane
in.
damage, but I wonder if it's
Cause it was, yeah, I thought that it was trapped. That I originally thought it was a sniper,
I know
cause
Prot Paladin has to actually
I thought there was a sniper in that pack. But that's the pack after that one.
a lot more than just
You usually
BMs,
don't want that
the
pack.
value isn't
It's a
there.
waste of time.
Oblivion kind of cranks
But
me
the
up.
relic
Just
pack is
I don't know if that's
is
just
very efficient because of the relics
in the Oblivion.
and the
Yeah,
lack of sniper.
I don't think that the Prot Paladin provides enough. Because we've seen
The Woe Drifter here is really good.
the Paladin does.
I'm going to mute. I don't want to hear about prop pally discussion. I don't care. I'm not in it. I don't want to hear it. Actually, I've just already heard it, so I don't really care. But so you see, they finished this pack off with the woe buff active for the huge for the minor defensive 15%, but also for the movement speed that they get for after they kill it. So they can move on to this next area, where the next boss is, in huge trash bowl here with the double ambushers and relics together, which is a very, very good pull. This is what I typically do. You just grab an here. Is huge because you recover cooldowns for this pull here. Oh, it looks like they pulled the boss with it. Oh, that's spicy. They got an relic with it though. That is one sure way to make that work. 85% trash. Boss is dead at like 14 minutes something. Wait, let's see. When was it dead? Like now? 14, 15, 14, 16. Or 14, 15. I think it was 4, yeah, 14, 15. Boss is dead. And the rest is history. Damn, that's that was very unfortunate for Boom 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 Boom, but they played well overall. Big respect to him for bringing that prop paladin into the MDI. I love seeing it. I loved getting to watch it, and maybe somebody will learn something from my commentary here from this video because you brought paladin into the MDI. So, and obviously this guy's a good player. So big respect to him. Like he knows what he's doing with tanking. You know, I'm sure he realized, everything that happened after, this dungeon in particular. So, when I'm thinking out loud, don't take it the wrong way. But anyway, I'm gonna call it cool. I'm gonna call it a night here. It's pretty late. Have a good night, Twitch chat. This was fun. If you guys want to see another one of these videos, let me know in the comments below. Because this is something like completely different. I've never done this before. I want to know what you guys think. Because I'm kind of curious.